this for everybody that wants to watch later.
After
You guys hopped on here tonight. What'd you say, Megan?
But after Eva drops the phone.
Sorry. Trying to get set up.
So I figured since this incentive came out on Saturday, we would chat a little bit about recruiting, obviously, because I think this incentive is so amazing because it is very achievable for anybody. Dream Rewards last year was a little bit tough because it was a certain sales level you had to reach, and some people struggle with selling that much. But this year, all you have to do is sponsor 4 people that sell $1,000. That's it in 5 months. And so that's pretty incredible that you have. It's so, I mean, I think it's so achievable to do that. So I'm just going to share some tips with you that I have gleaned over the weekend from some other leaders and some things I have tried to implement into my business in the last couple years with sponsoring people. And I call it the Fantastic Four. Just a minute.
All the kids are coming in. Eva, where's yours?
They're upstairs.
Go talk to Daddy. Okay.
I knew you were doing that video, Mom.
Okay, you go talk to Daddy.
Hi, Houston.
Before he went to bed, he's like, "Mom, when are you doing your live video?" He calls it a live video. I said, "I'm not doing a live video tonight." I said, "I'm doing a team Zoom call." Oh, so he came in and he goes, "I knew you were doing a live video." Stinker. Okay, anyways, Chad's home, so he can take care of them. Okay, so I want to talk about the Fantastic Four. And these are the 4 people that you want to keep your eye out for to offer the opportunity. So if you weren't here on, no, I guess it wasn't Saturday I talked about it. It was last week on my live video. On Thursday, I shared about changing your perspective on offering the opportunity from thinking of it as nagging somebody to join your team and changing your perspective to think about where you started and what made you want to join 31 and what has 31 done for you that you could not have done if you had not become a 31 consultant. And then think about what you might be keeping from somebody else by not offering them that opportunity. So that's the first thing is you need to switch your perspective. And there's a really great 31-minute call about this that I would recommend you go listen to if you haven't already. It's by Martine Williams, and it's called Switching Your Perspective. And it's back, I think it was in October is when she did that. It was one of the very first 31-minute calls this past fall. But anyways, I cannot even duplicate what she all talked about, and it was just amazing. So I would just recommend you go listen to that. Let me text Chad quick.
I'll be back.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
So once you have your perspective clear as to what your intention is for sharing the opportunity, there's 4 people that you want to have in your sites to offer to. So I want you guys to write these down if you have paper near you. The first one is your hostess. Whether it be a home party or whether it be a Facebook party or a catalog party. Obviously, she loves 31. That's why she's hosting a party with you. And so something that you could consider is whenever she books her party, if you have other parties on your books and you feel comfortable offering to her before you even do her party, is offer her the opportunity and say, I know you love 31 because you're hosting a party with me, so obviously you love the products. Have you ever thought of becoming a 31 consultant and doing what I do? And then you could just tell her, we could make this party your launch party. Instead of me doing your party, you could be the consultant. You could get the hostess rewards, you could get the hostess, or you could get the commission from it, and explain the Start Swell program. And if you hit $600, you can also get free products on top of that. So I know some of you need the bookings, and so you may not feel comfortable offering until after her party is over. And then what I usually do at that point is I keep the party for myself, but then I give her all the bookings that she got. So she still has a benefit from her friends coming to her party. And so she
similar to that.
What'd you say, Megan?
I do something similar to that. I do the flip parties where I call it like on the job training because I'm there at their party, but it's their party. And if they decide at the end, say they don't reach that $400 party level, and they say, oh no, I don't want to sign because I won't get my money back in commission or whatever, then I submit it underneath me. So their guests get their stuff either way, and she gets hostess rewards that way.
Mm-hmm. So do you offer the opportunity to her before you do the party?
Depending on who it is. Like I have a girl, she has 2 twin daughters that are 7 months old. They're about a month older than Presley. And she had asked about enrolling before, that she just moved and things like that. So I offered her if she wanted to do a home party at the house or more stuff for the girls, because she's in love with 31, and she already placed a $100 order with me last month. So I know she's willing to put the money in and time in, and she knows I can do it, so she can do it too.
No.
Give it a little one.
Yeah.
So she's excited, and I said, well, if I told her, it's at the end of the party, you decide if you want to do it or not, and if not, then it's not like no one loses anything. You still get your rewards, and they still get their stuff. And
Right.
Like her, I offered because she had asked about enrolling before.
Right.
She had shown
So-
interest and love her product.
Yeah. So I understand the concept of flip parties, but I struggle with that a little bit. I went to a training on LIT 2 years ago by a lady that talked about staying away as far as possible from flip party, because she said what that does is you basically take your time and you go and do the party and you send out invitations or whatever you do. And then if you give that party to the hostess, you're basically working for free. I mean, I know you're getting a recruit, but she said, if I put the time and the effort into the party and I go do the party is mine. I make a commission on it. And I tell her that, if you decide to sign before we do your party, you get the party. But if you decide to sign after your party is over or during your party, then it's my party, but you get the bookings. And I see the point of that. I mean, I see the benefits to both. But I do agree, like if you do the home party and you put all the work into it, it really is truly your party. But that's why I tell my hostess, if you offer the opportunity beforehand and they decide they want to join beforehand, they can partner with you and you can still help them do your launch party or do their launch party. But at their party that it's actually their launch party, and their guests know that, and they're more likely to book to help them, have parties afterwards too.
Yeah.
But there again, it depends how many parties you have in your books, and if you have plenty and you have one to spare, you can do that too. But I would just caution you on that sometimes. If you do that all the time, then you would never have sales to put in under yourself too.
So for all my girls that have done and have decided ahead of time, like they were already on the fence, and we just kind of we did it together, or they did a catalog party and did it that way, which I don't do anything at that point. Otherwise, give them the catalog packet and say, here you go.
Exactly. And they did all the work for that anyways.
Yeah.
So okay, so your number one target is your hostess. The next target you're looking for is number 2 is life of the party. So this is the girl at the party. At the home party. I mean, it's harder to tell on Facebook sometimes, but especially at a home party, this is the girl that's super bubbly, really talkative, really outgoing. Everybody loves being around her. She makes everybody feel special and welcome and everything. And she would make an amazing consultant. And most times you can spot those people. And even if it's a Facebook party, you can kind of tell she's interacting a lot. She's excited about the products. I've had some girls recently, they're always commenting, oh my word, I love that print, or I love this, or I love that. And then their personality seems like they're really excited about the party.
Stop.
So she would be your number 2 target. And then your number 3 target is Miss Know-It-All. And Miss Know-It-All can be a little bit annoying at the party sometimes. But she knows her stuff. She knows the dimensions of a large utility tote. She knows how many pounds it can hold. She knows what all prints come in the Zout. She can tell you 500 ways to use the Zout. And she basically does your party for you. And she suggests products to other customers.
Hey.
I've never had that before.
You had that before? Yeah, I have too. Oh, you have it?
Yeah. Thank goodness.
You haven't had one of those at your home parties?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I had people like that knew like they were pros kind of at the face like at the 31 parties and stuff, and they long time fans, products and stuff like that, but no one who actually kind of like took over the party.
Okay, I've had a few of
Not
them.
like that yet.
But I'm always like, oh my God, you know all about the products. You should totally get paid for this, girl. Like, why are you should just go sign up right now? You can make some money doing this. And you even sometimes have those on Facebook too. Like they answer other people's questions. And I have a hostess right now who's doing that. Like she is amazing. She has had her event up for a month because she wanted to share with her customers that are out of town other ideas for using 31 rather than just the regular ideas. And like every day she's been posting, and she has like graphics that I have never seen. So she's like digging on Pinterest, and she's a good friend of mine. So I'm like, okay, I can offer her the opportunity because she's really good at what she's doing. She's a really good customer, and I don't think that she would join, but I never should say that, right? Because I always need to offer. So Miss Know-It-All is number 3. And then the 4th one, I think, is one of the most important ones. And it's probably the hardest to spot. It is the person that you were when you joined. So think back to what your situation was when you joined 31 or what you were looking for. So for me, I was a working mom, or not working mom, I was a working wife that wanted to have kids and wanted to be a stay-at-home mom someday. And so if I encounter somebody at a party that wants to be a stay-at-home mom and has young kids, or she has a full-time job and she wants to be a stay-at-home mom in the future, that would be who I was when I started. So think back to who you were when you started.
Yeah. Who I was, I worked full-time. I actually lost my job. And Ash goes, hey, you can still do this. Well, I knew I was getting unemployment. So I was like, I'll do it now when I know I can make my start swells. Because I didn't have any big bills or anything to make sure I had to have paid and all until I found something else. But then 31 kind of took care of it for me.
That's awesome. Anybody else have any cool thought who you were when you joined?
Can you remember?
Do you remember your first why? I watched a training today from an NED, which is the National Executive Director. Her name's Tricia Edmondson. And she told me, or not me, she told everybody in her live video that she was a mom of 2 young kids when she joined 31, and she wanted to pay for a trip to Disney. And so this incentive has her fired up because her first why was to pay for a trip to Disney. And so she's looking for other moms who want to take their kids to Disney because this incentive alone, without even their commission checks, could take them to Disney for free. So that's just something that's cool. But everyone has a different starting point, what you were aiming for as a pre-consultant. Okay, so those are the fantastic 4 that you want to be keeping an eye out for and offering the opportunity. So now what I want you to do is I'm going to post the tracker file that I think Carrie actually posted a picture of it in our group the other day. So you can either print that out, that picture, or I'm going to a file that you can actually print out. And on Tracker Tuesdays, when we have Tracker Tuesdays, I think it'd be so fun, like as you guys get recruits, share your trackers for the Disney trip as well as the tracker for the K groups so that we can celebrate with you along the way. And on the back of your tracker then, or in a notebook or whatever, I want you to start making a list. And the thing that I do, I just print out a who do you know list, and I have it for my recruiting. So all of these people are people that have mentioned that they are interested in possibly joining 31 sometime in the future. And I put them down here so that I don't forget who they are. And then when we have an incentive like this, I make sure to contact them about that incentive. And then when they join my team, they get highlighted in pink. So that way I know that they joined. So I would love for you to make a list like this of people who you could offer the opportunity to. And maybe you haven't been keeping track along the way as people have mentioned the possibility of being interested. But just sit down and make a who do you know list of recruiting possibilities. And the who do you know list goes over the Franks list, which is friends, relatives, associates, neighbors, kid connections, and spouse connections. And so it helps you to brainstorm who you know in all of those different categories that you could offer the opportunity to. And when you make this list, I call it a dream team list. These are people that you would have on your dream team. So your best friends, people that you think would do amazing at this business. So Casey, you're on track with having your best friend interested in joining your team. Family members that would have other connections than the same people that you do. So I know sometimes having family members on your team can be a little bit tricky because you have the same intermediate family, but if they have like a different workforce or a different friend circle than what you do, it could be really good for you, and you could do it side by side.
Or even if you're in different states.
What's that?
If you're in different states,
Mm-hmm.
they can reach family that you can't.
Exactly.
Without doing something online.
Right. So I know, Carrie, I think it was you that said your sister-in-law lives in Texas,
Yeah.
and you had at one time considered talking to her about it, but you guys weren't really close. And so in the future, something, if you start a relationship with her and mentioning it here and there, she may become, that might be someone that you could offer the opportunity to, because she's in a completely different state than what you are.
Yeah. I need to add her to my list.
Yeah.
Share your joys with her and stuff, like promoting things like that. Like, get excited. Like, share her the excitement of 31, and then don't talk about booking or joining or anything like that, and see where that goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Just make it curious and then ask questions.
Okay.
And what it's done for your family. I mean,
Yeah.
what some of your commission checks have helped to pay for, and all of that fun stuff. I found this quote, and I thought it was really, really, really good. So I want to share it with you guys. Choosing to have a party is money for today. Choosing to recruit is money for tomorrow. And choosing to build a team is money for a lifetime. And I can repeat it if you're writing it down. Choosing to have a party is money for today. Choosing to recruit is money for tomorrow. And choosing to build a team is money for a lifetime. So I know not necessarily just because we're talking about recruiting doesn't mean that you are planning to build a team, but how many of you guys are interested in leadership in any time in the future? Like, even if you're not even close, are you remotely interested in leadership? Just raise your hand. Hey, Casey and Megan and Hillary, kind of ish.
Kind of.
Eva, you know you want to. You know you want to.
Maybe when the kids are big.
I say it's not for everybody. Eva says she's a hobbyist, and that is perfectly fine. Like, everybody does not have to build a team. I mean, some people do this just for fun, get out of the house, and that's perfectly fine because everybody has a different why. But if you are interested in leadership, this incentive could be what drives it for you. Because if you have 4 recruits that qualify, which means they are a PICA, they are personally enrolled, qualified, and they're active, that means you have enough recruits to be a director. All you need is 4 PICAs to be a director. And so then at that point, you just have to start getting consistent sales of $1,000 a month. And your team has to start selling consistently $4,000 a month. And that's where Carrie's at right now. She has her 4 PICAs and she has her sales, so she promoted to director. But even if you have 4 and you're not ready for that sales level yet, it's a great start for building your team and getting that $4,000 a month that you need for that. So not only can you earn a Disney trip with this, but you could also promote to leadership, which is incredible. And one of these days, I want to go back and figure out how much I have earned from my team overrides since I promoted to director, because it brings in an additional couple $100 for us each month just because I'm a leadership, which is incredible. So it can really change things for you going into leadership if that's something that you are interested in doing. But I wanted to say that This is something that you have to choose to do. It just doesn't happen by happenstance, but you have to set your mind to it if it's something that you really, really want to achieve and make it happen. So choosing to have a party is money for today. Choosing to recruit is money for tomorrow. And choosing to build a team is money for a lifetime. And the higher up that you promote, the higher your paycheck is and the less you have to do personally. So if you ever get to a director level, you get to see the different stats from all of the upper level leaders each month and each week. And a lot of the national executive directors, they only sell about $1,000 a month, which is what they need to do to get paid at their national executive director title. But they make $40,000 to $60,000 a month off of their teams, which is incredible. Like, it's insane to me. But they don't have to sell much because they make it off of their teams. What'd you say,
Hey,
Karen?
dude, what are you doing?
I said, how much did you say?
40 to 60,000 a month.
meeting.
And the top one makes 80,000 a month. Incredible.
Oh my God.
But that's the national executive director level. The senior executive director level and the executive director level, they make between 6,000 to 10,000 a month, which is still blows my mind.
Dang.
But they make all that off their teams. So that's where the choosing to build a team is money for a lifetime, because you don't have to burn yourself out every month, selling all the time. You basically have to maintain your minimums, and then your team brings in your income for you. Okay, so there's 3 steps I want you to do to share the opportunity. So we're going to use the ASK acronym. And so for A stands for, I want you to acquire a list of names. So I just talked about that earlier. Make a list of names. Print out a who do you know list and make a list of names. And then S is suggest the opportunity. So basically just what we talked about earlier. Acquire a list of names. Offer them the opportunity. And then K is kindle her dreams. Help her to see the possibilities that could be in store for her if she would join 31. And so what I usually do is when I have a potential recruit that seems interested, I ask her, out of these 3 ways, what would be your number 1 and your number 1 reason for joining 31? Would it be for the extra income? Would it be for the free products? Or would it be for the girl time? Because some ladies, they want that extra time out with their girlfriends or making new friends. Some ladies don't have many friends and they want to get out and make new friends. And that was actually me. I had some friends, but we burned each other out because we did things together all the time. And so I needed to expand my circle. Like, I was at a point where I was like, okay, I need some new friends. And so this did it for me. Like, I have so many friends now. I don't know what to do with them all. But some ladies just want that extra girl time. And so I sit down with the recruiter over Facebook or whatever, and I'll just say, out of those 3 things, what is your number 1 reason that you would be interested in joining 31? And then connect to her to that reason. So if it's for the free products, you're going to want to get her set up to earn her start spells. If it's for the girl time, you're going to want her getting a couple home parties booked ahead of time before she even joins. And if it's for the finances, then what I usually like to do is have them tell me one thing they want to pay for with their commission, so that they can set a goal of how much they need to make a month to do that, to help them start successfully. And I try to have them give me something tangible. Like, okay, I want to go, Raina is a girl in our team, and her goal is to pay for a hot air balloon ride for her and her husband for their anniversary this fall. And so she knows how much that cost, and she knows how much money she needs to make to earn that or to pay for that. So that's kind of cool, because you know that when you have achieved that. So if their first why is a tangible item or a tangible thing, then they can set a monetary goal ahead of that. You guys have any questions so far? No. Okay. So what I wanted to offer is, I know we did one last month on our Pink Box group, but I would love to do another opportunity event on Facebook sometime this week, that you guys can invite these ladies that you're going to start having conversations with to this event. So I just kind of wanted to get your interest. If you think you would have girls interested in joining that opportunity event, it would be on Facebook. It would be about 30 minutes long. I basically go in, if you've never joined any of my past opportunity events, I just have posts every 5 minutes. I talked about the Start Swell program. The post would talk about the new $50 kits. It would talk about what can 31 do for them, the finances, the free products, the girl time. Ask them if they have any questions.
All right.
That's about it. So do you guys, if you have people that would be interested, you think, in attending, when is a good time that you think would be to set that up? You think this week, next week, give you guys a week to talk to some people? I usually do it in an evening at like 8:30, like tonight, once kids are in bed or getting to bed. And I would just create a Facebook event that you can invite these people to. But do you think if we did it like next Monday night, the 10th, that would be soon enough?
I think so.
Is the $50 enrollment thing the whole month, or is it just the 20th?
Yeah, it's the whole month.
Okay, that's what I thought. But then I saw something posted about it only through the 20th, and I was like, what?
It was originally announced it was going to be available to the 15th, but then Luke came out and he clarified it's the whole month of April.
Okay.
Waylon,
Okay, so should we shoot for the 10th?
eat your food when you're done. And sit up and eat.
Works for me.
We'll do the 10th at 8:30. If you guys have any conflict with that, let me know. So what I'll do is I'll create a Facebook event. I will post on our team page, and you guys can invite your potential recruits by that point that hopefully you've had a couple conversations with. I'm not going to do it on the Pink Box group, just because we just did one in there last month, and so I'm going to do this one as a special event. But what I need you guys to do then is I want you to hop on whenever we do the event and interact with your girls that are commenting. So if they comment with a question, I would love for you to be the one to answer their question if you know the answer. That way it's not just me, that they don't know me. So it's not just me answering their questions or whatever. I'll do the posting. But if you guys can help with interacting, then you need to follow up with them afterwards. And so one of my last posts has, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would your interest level be in joining 31? 10 being join me up right now. 5 being, I'm interested, but I need to get some things in order. And 1 being, thanks for the info, but I'm not interested at this point. And so after it's over, I would love for you to follow up with them, like shortly after, and say, so what did you think of the event tonight? This answer any questions that you may have had about the Start Swell program or about what you can achieve with 31. And hopefully that can get some people's minds rolling about it. The next thing is like verbiage for what to say to people. So I know this is something that a lot of people struggle with, is how do I ask? How do I offer? And so something I recommend is making about them. And so if you have somebody on your list that you want to contact because you think they would be really good at doing 31,
You got it.
I would just start out by saying, hi, Angela. I am so excited that I just had to share with you some new things that have just come out in our 31 world for 31 consultants. I know you love our products. You've been an amazing customer of mine or amazing hostess of mine in the past. And I thought that you would do a really great job at being a 31 consultant. And then maybe if you have a reason that you decide to touch base with her because maybe you thought that she would love going to Disney, or maybe because you thought she would love a summer style gift guide, or maybe because they need some extra income to pay for something. I would touch base about that personally. And so you could say, I know you guys are wanting to go on a family vacation soon, and I just had to tell you about this awesome new incentive that our company just came out. You can earn a free trip to Disney. You can take your kids to Disney. How cool would that be? And then just say, there's no pressure, but we are having a team opportunity event next Monday night. I would love to send you an invitation to help fill you in with all of the information about this new incentive. Is it okay if I invite you? And ask them basically for their permission to invite them to this event. And if they're not on Facebook, you can kind of make up your own wording and just, tell them why you thought of them. Make it, when you offer the opportunity, you don't want it to be anything about you or any incentive you're trying to earn, but you want to make it about what she would love about the company or what she would love about being a consultant and connect to something that would be personal to her. And then when she's successful, you are successful in turn, and you can earn.
No.
You guys have any questions for me? Or any thoughts that you had along the way, or something that you've done that has been successful in recruiting?
I have a question, because if Jenna joins, she's part of my Hostess in the Month Club currently. So would I try and just like replace her with somebody else? Because she's not till the last month, so it works out like good. But I was kind of I thought about that yesterday. She's like, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, I've been thinking about it.
Yeah. So if anybody from my Hostess at the Month Club joins, I tell them immediately that I will replace them, that they don't have to feel their obligation. I don't want them having to spend money on me, like, giving me their orders, because I want them to be able to support themselves. And so Chris Appleby is actually a lady on our team that was in my Hostess of the Month Club, and she joined before the club was up, and so I just told her that I would fill her spot. And we only had 2 months left of the club at that point, and she had already hosted, and so I just filled her spot. So if anybody, and they always usually hit way above 200 anyways, but if the club ever would have hit like 180, I would have put an order in to cover the extra $20. Yeah. But you're still at the beginning, and she hasn't hosted yet, so I would probably try to find someone to fill her spot.
Yeah. Well, I've had people mention it to me, so I have people that I can ask before anybody else. So, yeah,
that's great. Any other questions or comments or thoughts? Does sharing the opportunity scare you?
Yes.
Why? What's your fear?
I don't know. I'm not bold enough.
You're bold, Eva. You asked for parties.
Yeah, but not face to face. I don't know.
Something else that I've heard suggested recently is at the home party, have the opportunity brochure with you at checkout. Do you all have opportunity brochures? Mm-hmm. You can get them on Business Supplies.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this lady said that she hands one to every single customer as they check out. She says, I just wanted to give this to you tonight because I had so much fun with you. You have a great personality. I think that you're a people person, if they are, obviously, don't lie. But, and I would love to share this pamphlet with you. It talks a little bit about our company and the amazing success that you could have by becoming a 31 consultant. And she sends one home with each of her customers. And it's just a little pamphlet, so most likely they're going to look at it for a little bit. I think they're $3.50 for a pack on Business Supplies. And she said basically that's an opportunity packet that she sends home with her customers. And then she tells them, I'm going to follow up with you in a few days to see if you have any questions about this and if you have any interest in joining our company. And then you need to follow up with your commitment to follow up with them if you do that. So you mark on your calendar, okay, follow up with Sabrina's party guests on such and such a day. And only give them about 2 to 3 days to think about it. But that is something that is no pressure. And I would think it's not anything that makes you, it wouldn't make you nervous because it's not like, oh, would you join my team, But you're offering the opportunity in a gentle way that also gives them the information that they need. And I think the opportunity brochure has the Start Swell program and everything on that too.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I have a party this month where I know no one.
That's awesome.
Sorry. Drop my phone again. But yeah, I don't know anyone, so that would be something I could start doing.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
And especially parties that you don't know anybody, you could get a team member from that group, and then she would have a completely new circle that you don't even have any customers in yet.
Right.
So yeah, I would definitely give it a try.
That was on a 31-minute call, a month or two ago. Yeah, because I just rewatched it the other week.
I can't remember where I heard it from, but
Yeah. I
awesome.
like that idea though.
Yeah. And another one was that somewhere else I heard this too, is that whenever you offer the opportunity to book a party, before you offer the opportunity to book a party, you offer the opportunity to become a consultant. So you say, have you ever thought of becoming a 31 consultant? And then if they say no, I'm not interested, then you offer the opportunity to book a party and say, okay, well, maybe that's not for you. That's perfectly fine. I know you love our products and you have a big wish list. How about being a hostess for me? And it's less scary to ask for a booking after you've already offered the opportunity, because that's the most scary. And so even if you don't get the consultant, you have the chance to get the booking. So that's another thought too. We have less than a minute left, so it cuts us off. So if I blank out, that's where we went. But does anybody have any last minute questions? Okay. Well, we will plan on next Monday night for our opportunity event, and I'm going to post it on the team page for everybody to see. So this week, start having your conversations. Make your list. Print out your tracker. Print out a big picture of Disney and post it in your office to keep your goal in mind for that. And I will come up with a script to post next Monday night for our opportunity event. Okay? All right. Thank you, ladies, for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
I'll post the recording after I get it uploaded to YouTube.
All right.
All right.
All right. We'll see ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Bye.